Welcome back to Startup Street. Now, video telematics platform LightMetrics has raised $8.5 million in a Series A funding round from Sequoia Capital India. The company is going to use this Edge AI, and it also analyzes video feeds from cameras which are installed in vehicles to better understand driver behavior, reduce accidents and improve road safety. Now, it plans to use these funds to strengthen its team and also explore adjacent opportunities, which include auto insurance. So joining me now to talk about this is Soumik Ukil, who is the CEO and co-founder of LightMetrics. Soumik, thank you very much for being here with us on Startup Street, and congratulations on this fundraise. If you could briefly start by telling our viewers how exactly LightMetrics helps reduce accidents, improve road safety using technology, and how large are your operations currently?
Thanks, Jyoti. Thanks for having me here. So what LightMetrics essentially does is, if you're a commercial fleet operator running a fleet of, say, 100 or even 1,000 vehicles, it helps you get a very granular view on how your drivers are exactly driving. Like, are they talking on the cell phone? Are they braking too hard? Are they getting too close to the vehicle in front? Things you would not otherwise get through traditional technology like GPS and tracking technology. And we provide that to commercial fleets by working with telematics service providers and commercial vehicle OEMs manufacturers globally. Our scale of operations primarily are US and Canada, which are our major markets, but we have growing presence in Brazil, Mexico, India, Australia, and New Zealand. And we are deployed in 50,000 commercial vehicles globally, and that's increasing every month.
Well, Soumik, we'll get into some of those details very shortly, but essentially you have like a virtual person sitting with you while you're driving to analyze just about everything. But you want to use these funds again to strengthen your team, to explore opportunities in auto insurance. That's interesting. What exactly are the plans in this fund, and are you exploring or have firmed up any tie-ups with insurance companies?
Yeah, thanks. So auto insurance has a couple of motivations for supporting the space. One is when there's an accident, right? Claims management is much more seamless when there's video evidence. Secondly, with this granular data on safety, you can actually price insurance much more accurately, on which some initial steps have already been taken in some of the markets like the US, and eventually it will come to India as well. So these are kind of some of the main areas of interest for insurance companies, and we are starting some early partnerships with them.
All right, and what would you say is the size of the market that you're trying to explore in telematics, especially with videos and your products that you have, Review and so on?
So the way I would answer it is, we say video is the new GPS. What we mean is the way GPS technology revolutionized the space 10, 15 years ago, video telematics is at the same juncture, right? So the size of the market is essentially almost the entire commercial vehicle market, right? Which is like many hundreds of millions of vehicles globally, right? So that is kind of the opportunity in front of us.
So, Soumik, you don't really sell cameras, you don't really sell to fleets per se, but you work with telematics service providers and fleet management companies. What would you explain what your go-to market approach is like?
That's a good question, right? So what we decided very early on was, we will be the technology platform that helps the wide adoption of this technology, right? So we are working with telematics service providers in India, in Brazil, in Australia, and US and Canada, and we are providing them the hardware options that is suitable for their different fleet segments. So with that, we can move fast, our customers can move fast, and they can deploy this technology far and wide, right? As a relatively small company of India, we have operations in all these countries, and we've been able to do that because we built this platform that can be easily integrated and easily deployed.
And what would you say are the faster growing markets for LightMetrics? I mean, you're present across North America, India, places in the Middle East as well.
So North America is the more mature market, still not fully penetrated where the most of the growth will be. But we are very optimistic both about LATAM and India and Australia for the coming year or so. But eventually this technology will be everywhere.
Okay, but before we let you go, just to give us a sense of what kind of revenues and profits you're able to clock in, and currently I think you're deployed by over 2,500 fleets. What are the plans to scale this up as well?
So we are in multiple $1 million of annual recurring revenue. We are in 2,500 fleets, as you said, across all these countries, 50,000 plus commercial vehicles. And if you look at just our accessible market is a couple of million vehicles across all our telematics service providers, right? So we are scratching the surface. So that's the opportunity ahead of us, right? We tripled our installed base last year, and we hope to do the same this year.
Okay, and just a final question, Soumik. This $8.5 million that you raised, at what valuation has this come, and how long is the runway before you have to look at your next fundraise?
Valuation, at this stage at Series A is not the most important thing for us. I mean, we are happy with the valuation we've got, but I think from a runway perspective, we are profitable. While our operations will grow, I think that this gives us at least a 3 to 4 year runway because our revenues are also increasing at the same time.
All right, Soumik, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and telling us about this very interesting company you've started, LifeMetrics. We wish you all the very best. Thank you for your time here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, on that note, we're going to wrap up this edition of Startup Street. Thank you for watching, but stay with CNBC TV 18. More news and updates will continue.
ये भारत का